Welcome back to Superflat Survival Season 2, Episode 21. In the last episode, we made this bee farm that you can see behind me, and we are now collecting honeycomb. It looks like we have 4 stacks, our first 4 stacks from this farm, and we can actually use these in our own little crafting grid here to craft our first stack of honeycomb block. We'll just keep this honeycomb block in this chest for now. Hopefully we'll get some use out of that block in the future. But today, in this episode, we're going to be working on another build, which is right up here. So for the longest time, we've had an end portal here. One of the only remnants from the stronghold that used to be here. We have our own builds in place of what used to be the stronghold in this area. And what I want to do is some improvements to this area. I thought it might be kind of cool if our end portal was inside an end ship. If you've ever seen an end ship, you know that they're made mostly of purpur, but instead of mining the blocks ourselves or creating a farm for purpur like we have down there with the chorus flowers growing, I thought maybe the best way to get all the blocks we need is just to travel into the end, head on out to the end islands where we know that there is an end ship. Here, let's get an ender pearl on our hotbar. And if we deconstruct one of the ships here in the end, we'll have all the blocks we need to reconstruct it around our end portal. So let's go see if we can make that work. So here was our original end gateway, and as you can see, there's 2 cities and 2 ships as well. One of the ships we climbed up to using a stack of, what was it, stone brick or cobblestone? You can still see it there. Here, let's see if I can point to it right there. So this is the ship we're going to be deconstructing in this episode. I'm going to tear it down and I'm going to rebuild it around our end portal in the overworld, and I think that'll be a nice addition to our base. Especially since most of the structures we've built so far are just made of stone brick. This one will be a little bit different, and it'll definitely stand out and make our end portal kind of special. In order to deconstruct this end ship, I think what we should do is use the pillar that we stacked up on. Here, let's mine down the pillar just a little bit and see if this is going to work the way I think it will. What I want to do is create a platform beneath the ship so that all the blocks we remove fall on the platform, and then we can easily pick them up. And so let's use our original pillar here, and I have a few stacks of cobblestone that I just went back and grabbed, and we're going to make a large platform beneath the ship here. And let's make it, well, it's going to have to be pretty wide to go all the way under the ship. But for now, let's just go ahead and try to make it 3 wide. I also need to be careful not to look at the Endermen below. That's going to be one of the most difficult part, because if they knock me off, there's a chance I fall in the void, which would be not the greatest. So let's go ahead and place these blocks carefully, and we'll get a nice little platform under the ship so that we can start mining it down. And now that we have our platform constructed, we should be able to pick up all the blocks that fall. Let's go back into the ship, and I think we'll start at the top and mine our way down. So we're going to go all the way to the top and start at the mast. We can climb this ladder to get to the top, and we're just going to use our pickaxe and mine all the blocks all the way down. So that was a time lapse of the deconstruction of the end ship in the end. And I can't really be bothered to remove this platform, so I think I'm just going to leave it here. I just have a few obsidian left to mine. You can see in the chest here all the blocks that make up the end ship. And now we just need to figure out how to reconstruct those at our base. All right, I've got all the blocks in my inventory. Now it's time to head back through the end gateway and start building our end ship. This part is going to get a little bit tricky. I may have to do some of the building off camera. All right, we're back at the base now. I think I'm going to keep my supplies in this chest here just to keep them all organized. So let's go ahead and dump all the purpur and other blocks that we need for this end ship build into this chest here. It doesn't look like a lot, but it took a while to mine down. Here, let's go look at the end portal, and I want to see what the logistics look like here. What are we going to have to do to make this work? Says I was looking at the end ship, and since the portal frame is basically a 5x5 with the corners missing, I think what we need to do is we need to remove all these blocks around. This bridge I want to lead into the center of the ship, and I think one of the only parts in the end ship that's big enough to have the portal is the part right in front of where the elytra usually is. So we're going to have to try to figure out how to make that work here. Before I get too far ahead of myself here, we need to do an update on how the build is going, because I did finally figure out how to lay out the ship, but I realized that I've been doing a lot of the building without hitting the record button, and that's because this build has been very difficult to do. But as you can see, I have most of the bottom of the ship done already. I've already placed the dragon head at the front there, and we've got the mast that goes all the way up to the top. It just doesn't have the crow's nest yet installed up there, because I haven't put the ladders up the side yet either. I'm starting to build up the back, and if we go into the ship here, you can see where the portal ended up. So this is one of the biggest areas of the ship, and I've had to take a few creative liberties in order to get the ship to work around the portal here, but as you can see, the elytra is going to go there in the item frame, and we've got two chests on either side there. So that's the front of the ship here. We don't have much of the inside of the ship built up yet, but we're going to work on that right now because I wanted to make sure I got at least some of this build on camera, of course. So let's, this is where the brewing stand goes right there. We can actually put that in now. And I think there's actually a glass block. It's the only glass block I have left because I already placed all these in. And this was, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6. And I had one extra glass block. And I think where it goes on the ship is actually on the mast here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it goes here. And then the reason it goes there is because this is actually where the roof goes, which we can start to bring this back a little bit. So that goes there, and this actually needs to be built up a bit here. I'm doing most of this by memory. I've had to make many trips out to the end to take a look at one of the ships that's already built. So I'm trying to do most of this by reference picture and by memory. I think there's 1, 2, 3... Wait, 1, 2, 3... Okay, this is stairs, I think, right there. So we actually need to go back here. 4, I think, which means that needs to be filled in. Let's grab some stairs. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the stairs go here. And I think it's 2 stairs actually, which means we need to put in some more bricks here. This is really difficult to remember where all this stuff goes, but I'm pretty sure this room is, let's see, isn't it 4 wide? So 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to remember what I just saw when I flew out to the end a moment ago. I think this goes like that, and I actually need to bring that up 1 as well. So let's place blocks here. Okay, we're getting close. That doesn't go there though, because I think that actually goes up 1 higher. if we bring this back here, we should see, oh, is this right? Actually, I don't think these ones go here. There's another set of stairs that go up there instead. But we can actually place the end rods. I have 2 end rods I have 3 left after this, and I think they go, here, let's open this up. I think these 2 end rods actually go here and here, if I'm not mistaken. And we need to place some more upside down, some more stairs around the side here as well. I'm trying to remember, I think this stair right here is placed incorrectly, and it actually needs to go like this. Yeah, that looks right. And then that one goes, nope, not like that. This is one of the frustrating parts about building this ship is when I lose blocks over the side as well, that makes it a little bit difficult to go. I have to fly down and pick them up every time. This one actually goes like this. Oh, it won't let me place it in. Okay, I'll put a temporary block. You can see how challenging this is, but I wanted to at least build some of it together. Here, I need to go over here and place a temporary block. And now we can place in the stair upside down like this. Let's do that again. And then there's another stair on this end that actually goes this way, I believe. So that looks correct. Let's see if we can grab these temporary blocks without losing them down below. Nope, couldn't do it. All right, we'll go pick those up. Construction of the end ship is nearly complete. I just have a few blocks left to place. I tried to capture as much of the building process as I could in that time lapse there, but let's go get the last of the blocks placed in. I also had to take some creative liberties with the ship because we have this opening here which leads to the end portal, and so I've got upside down stairs here where usually there are none. And this opening here is why I have a few extra blocks as well, but we've used almost every block from the disassembled end ship that we took apart in the end. And so this is what the deck looks like now. And the last few blocks I need to place are actually up here. And let's see, I think we need a full block here and a full block on this side. This is a stair. Oh, not like that. The stair goes at a diagonal. Let's see if we can place it correctly. There we go, like that. If I remember correctly. And this one goes like that as well. Now back here, I think what I need is a stair here. Yep, that looks right. And then I need some stairs here as well. Which way do they go? The stairs go like this, I believe. I just took a second look. Let's see, can I place this one? I might have to, ow, move over just a little bit. There we go. That's the right position for the last stair. And then I assume this block here is supposed to be like a ship's wheel, and it goes here. So that's all the blocks placed down for the ship. Let's take a look at it. Oh wait, I have one more thing I want to place in. I grabbed an elytra that we looted from the end, and I thought it would be kind of neat if we had this elytra placed. How can I get over there? Here we go. I'll just go around this way so that I don't fall into the end portal. I thought it would be cool if we put a pair of elytra in the item frame, just like in the end. In fact, I might switch out one of these chests for an end chest as well, just for the convenience, even though it's not exactly like the end ships that you find in the end. But this is the ship done. I have a few torches that I would like to get rid of, but I only have one end rod left. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do about lighting, but it seems like mobs are mostly not spawning on our end ship. It looks pretty good. Let's take a look at it from the air. We'll do a little fly over here. Oh man, that's our best build so far, I think. I really liked that storage house because of the shape. But yeah, this end ship is a really cool addition to the base floating up in the air here. It was a good idea to build this, even though it was a lot of work. Well, I guess we've got a couple minutes left in the episode. Why don't we go ahead and take our pickaxe into the nether and see how many ancient debris we can mine. So here's my ancient debris mining area. Why don't we go ahead and set a timer for about 1 hour? And we'll do a bit of mining here and see how many ancient debris we can find. After an hour of mining, I went through 2 pickaxes, and here's what I uncovered. I've got a couple of ancient debris over here to mine. In fact, it's a large vein. We've got 3 here. So let's dig these up. And then we've got a couple more as well. So we've got 3 there, and there's 1 up here in the ceiling. Vein of 1, I believe. And then there's 1 more over here that's at least 2. Let's see how many it is. I think it's just going to be 2. And that's how many I got in 1 hour. 6 ancient debris. What are you doing down here, Skelly Bob? Bam. 6 pieces of ancient debris isn't going to be enough to do more than 1 piece of netherite upgrade. I was going to do my pickaxe, which is long overdue. We're still using all diamond tools. But I think instead there's an advancement I can get if I do a chest plate, because it's the only piece of armor that I don't have that's netherite. So let's go ahead and grab some gold here. We'll use this crafting table. Oh, I need to smelt the ancient debris. Let's throw that in here. And with this netherite ingot, we can use this smithing table over here to upgrade our diamond chest plate. This one has protection 4, unbreaking 3, and mending on it. We're going to put in the netherite upgrade smithing template and a netherite ingot, and that'll give us a netherite chest plate. And there we go. Cover me in debris. That's an interesting challenge name. And we finally got it. I was thinking also we could trim this armor. We have extra eye and extra spire armor trims. Why don't we use one of those? That way we don't need to duplicate a template. And I'm going to use either gold or redstone to trim it. Let's see which looks the best. Okay, so that's what the spire armor trim looks like. It's got something on the sleeve here and kind of an upside down U on the front. Let's see what the eye looks like. Oh, this one is bulky on the shoulders and has some kind of like ender eye. Eye of Ender in the middle. That's actually pretty cool. Let's see what it looks like with gold. Oh, okay. We definitely got to go with gold. That's so fancy. And with these shoulder things, like they almost look like a general wears, you know? That fancy what are they called? Epaulettes or something like that. Even in the red is not bad, but I think we'll just go with gold. Here we go. And let's see what this looks like if we replace our wings with our chest plate and all right, full netherite armor. Wow, we're ready to go into battle now. I'm not a big fan of leaving all these torches on our brand new end-ship build, so I've just purchased some lanterns from our librarian up in the trading hall, and I think we're just going to use these instead for now until I can get a few more end rods, and then I probably put those up here instead. So let's put some lanterns in the corners here. I think that looks pretty good. That should be enough light. And let's put some down below as well. I want to get rid of these torches. In this room here, we can actually hang the lanterns, but let's hang them strategically. Maybe, actually the corner's not bad. We can just put them in the corner again, and that should be enough light. What about down here? There's a couple more torches we can get rid of. Yeah, back here is very dark. Definitely a place mobs can spawn. Let's put lanterns. Should we do them hanging? Yeah, well, let's just do them hanging from here and here. That looks weird, but hopefully that's enough light. Let's check up here. Oh, there's an end rod up there. And as you can see, I replaced the chest there with an end chest. And we've got our elytra there, very cool. And our portal right here. I went around the other side and placed in a few blocks to get rid of the gap that used to be there. And we've got a new little walkway here as well using the purple stairs to come on up into the ship. And so I think this build is pretty much done. I'll do probably a little bit more adding to it over time, make it a little bit more livable, maybe add some storage chests and some other little details, but that's pretty much it. And I am out of time for this episode, so thank you for watching this episode of Superflat Survival, and I'll see you in the next episode.